Hello! Hi everybody, welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. My name is Sarah, I'm the owner of Not Another Hat, and I'm coming to you live from inside the store. More specifically, inside the crow's nest, where we get to do all the behind the scenes stuff. But it has really good lighting and it's a really gray, rainy day here, so I figured this was as good a place as any to do our video. I have a lot of fun stuff to do today, to tell you about today. Thank you for suffering through my pre-recorded video last Tuesday. I was anxious to hop on a plane and finish up packing, and so I kind of just jumped the gun a little bit and did that video and then posted it at noon. So hopefully nobody was tricked and thought they were seeing a live video. But welcome. I had a really lovely trip to New Mexico. We saw some friends in Las Cruces that we are friends with from graduate school days, and it's 3 couples, and we first got together, I think 2 years after Jason and I had graduated and moved away, and then at that time we decided we would get together every year, and we dubbed ourselves the Six Pack. I know, it's really original. And we almost made it, but you know, kids and lives got really busy. And so we've missed a few years of late. And of course, COVID happened, but we've still hit a lot of years. And next year is our 20th anniversary. So we're already planning some big shenanigans for 2024. So it was a great respite. And I hadn't been to see our friends in Las Cruces since they moved there. I went once way back when I was in grad school. When I lived in Tucson, we drove over. And it was so much fun. We went and saw the white sands, and we had some really good food, and the weather was really nice, and I actually got sunburned, which is not great. I'm trying not to do that anymore. But you know, you kind of underestimate the sun when you're an Oregonian in the midst of pretty much still winter and you travel south. Anyone probably could have predicted that I would have come home with a sunburn. So anywho, that's where I was. So let's see, what am I going to start with today? Let's start with the Cardi bells. I almost always hold those to the end, so maybe we should just kick off with those. We have 4 new Sarah bags, and I know y'all know this is my favorite bag. So they're all in beautiful black and white prints. So they're just called like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the website, black BW for black, white. So I love these because they're so squishy. In fact, this is what I took with me on the plane because you can squish it up and shove it in. And it holds a lot. It actually holds like a good amount. So we have this gorgeous one and this beauty with these really cool flowers. And this really great classic gray on black. I can't decide if it's like mountain peaks or clouds or a flock of birds. You see why I named them 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm so bad at coming up with the names. And I just looked at all of these and I was like, I can't. And then this one. They're all gorgeous. And honest to goodness, you guys, I wanted to take one for myself. I love them so much, but I already have 2, and I thought that'd be nice, let y'all have a chance, you know, whatever. So grab those while they're here, because you know this stuff never lasts very long, right? These Cardis never stick around. Okay, let's see. I have some LYS Day sneak peeks to give you, but first I think let's talk about, because I worked on this project on my trip, I want to talk to you about the newest colors of, I'm looking at the wrong direction of the camera, of the Barker Wool Madeline Tosh Merino Light. So Barker Wool, just to recap really quick, it's the planned pooling colors. They're specially dyed to have areas of planned pooling where you can knit the really cool Dawn Barker planned pooling patterns. And so I took this one with me on the plane. And this is Lano, L-L-A-N-O, or Llano, if you're pronouncing it in a Spanish pronunciation. So this is a side-to-side pullover. So here I am, I've got it's kind of like a 3/4 sleeve. That's why I'm not able to hang on to it all the way. So I've got this going, I'm knitting this in Guernica. And I just absolutely love it. So you do a special stitch when you get to the blackish area. So you can see how I'm doing my planned pooling. So right now I am getting close to where I get to divide for the neck. So I love side to side construction. I think it's so much fun. So that's Guernica, and we just got 2 new colors of the planned pooling yarns, and they're beautiful for spring, summer. They're just like, ah! So we have here Flora on Sand. So really beautiful, kind of very light peach with some bright yellow, some speckles, and then the pooling area, the planned pooling area is this kind of like Miami orange. So beautiful. So that's Flora on Sand. And then we also have, which way is it? Okay, here we go. Tender Playfulness. It's so pretty. It is like hot pink and then a dusty lavender. So kind of a lavender gray is your pooling area. So Jocelyn, I think this was in the club group, but it could have been in Unraveled. Jocelyn, if you watch this or you're watching live and you posted in club before, would you also share that post or make a post over to the Unraveled group? She is making Leslie and Robinson's brioche pooling shawl in Maryland. I'm going to show you our other colors that we've had in stock for a little while. She showed it to us during the gumball sale. I have to cast it on. Oh, I should do, oh, I have an idea. Oh, maybe next week I'll show you what my idea is. Anyway, check it out. I don't remember the name of it, but I think that's probably the only one that Leslie and Robinson, it's Knit Graffiti. She's got, it's brioche. She does great brioche. I've knit many of her brioche, but it is a brioche and planned pooling. And Jocelyn showed us what she had done, and it was just like insanely beautiful. So check that out. She's doing it with Maryland. It's this kind of limey green and blue gray, and she's got a contrasting color for her wrong side. And then she's doing the planned pooling part with, of course, with that. We also have, this one is called Everyday Objects, kind of a more charcoal gray with turquoise. And these are colors we've carried already, but just a recap in case you are feeling inspired. This one's Paper Cuts, like red with really, truly hot pink magenta. This is Seated Ballerina, so kind of white with a little bit of speckledy color and then really beautiful blue. And then this is Comic Book Art, which we showed you our sample that Jill made, our shawl. She made the pop shawl, I think it's called. And then, of course, this is the color I'm using in my sweater. It's called Guernica. And it's like kind of a gray, red, and black speckle with black, brown, black solids. So lots of cool options if you want to dig into some planned pooling. And we get 2 new colors every quarter. So we will always have the latest colors from Barker Wool and Madeline Tosh collaboration. All right, I'm going to show you the other thing that I worked on when I was on my trip, because it leads to me giving you a little sneak peek of LYS Day special that we have. So I figured we're getting close. We're just a few weeks away from local yarn store day, Saturday, the last Saturday of April. Is it the 29th or the 30th? I don't know. Last Saturday in April, LYS Day. I finally started my Elton pullover. Now, I showed you guys Jill's Elton because, of course, she started and finished in, like, I don't know, a blink. And so I showed that in the video 2 weeks ago, I think. And I finally started mine. Here she is. I don't know. It's Elton. Here he is. I feel like my sweaters are female. I don't know why. So I'm using Madeline Tosh Impression in Flash Dance, which is just so beautiful. And I'm using it with, holding it, knitting it, alternating it with Malabrigo Sock in Sabiduría, which means wisdom, because I am so wise. So yeah, those are my 2 colors. But we have a special from Madeline Tosh that is just for LYS Day, and it would work perfect for Elton. So I'm going to show it to you. They have come up with an LYS Day exclusive color. It's called Bonaire, or Bonaire. And that's me with my Spanish accent. And we have it on Tosh Merino Light, Impression, and Tosh DK. So you could totally do an Elton out of this special color. How beautiful is this? This color is absolutely luscious. So here's Merino Light and Impression. It would be so great for an Elton. And then Elton's by Hohi. We don't have links today. Julia's off, but I'll come back in later and put some links in the comments. But yeah, I'm talking about the Elton Pullover by Hohi Locatelli, but also she made the Elton cardigan. You could do either one. And then it's just as lovely on the DK base. You get to see a little bit more of the color and the speckle. So this is something that will be debuting on LYS Day, not before. And we'll have that available on our website with all our other LYS Day special stuff. Okay, so I have another, where did I put it? I've run out of room. Wait just a second. This game just fell on the floor. So last year, I don't know if you remember, but for LYS Day, we had a special commemorative LYS Day pin, and we're going to have them again. And so what's going to happen now is last year's, I think, was multicolor in the logo, the LYS Day logo. So what the powers that be have done is they've decided that every year each pin will be a different color with that year's date. Oh, look, the date's on here. It's the 29th. I could have just checked the pin. So if you want to be a collector about these, you'll have a variety of different colored pins instead of having them all just be the logo with a different date. And I love this idea because I love collecting me some enamel pins. So here is this year's pin. I'm sorry, it's backwards. I forgot to turn on the mirroring. But so it's going to be a pink yarn ball. And it says local yarn store day, and then it says this year's date, April 29th, 2023. So every year the pins will be a different color. So we will be giving away a certain number of pins free with your order to the first certain number of orders online and the first certain number of people in buying in the store. So I have forgotten how many I ordered. But I think we have 40 for each. So for the first 40 online orders, the first 40 in-store orders. So really fun, great incentive to be here early and check out or shop online early. And get your free commemorative pin. You can just collect them every year, especially for those of you who got them last year. I didn't quite get as many, like I just didn't expect such a turnout. And so I know we went through them pretty fast, so maybe it'll be a little better this year. Okay, so I do have other fun new stuff, but I haven't photographed it, got it on the web, etc. yet, so we'll just have to save it for next week. Next week, I will also show you a few more sneak peeks at some LYS Day fun stuff we're going to be offering. And, oh, I wanted to let everyone know who signed up for the yarn tasting. We're working on it. We're getting everything prepped. We are stuck waiting on Barocco. One of their new yarns for spring, summer is been delayed a little bit. So they have yet to send out their tasting kits. So we will have our stuff all ready to go so that when those arrive, we can stick them in the box and get them all shipped out. So that's basically where we are at with the yarn tastings if you're looking for an update on your yarn tasting. Okay. I believe that's everything. Seems like it just went really fast today. We still have a couple of spots left in my colorwork workshop. If you want to hop in on that and you are close enough that you can drive basically to Hood River. I know a lot of you have asked about a online version of this workshop, and I am investigating how I can make that work. So if you live too far away to actually get here to the store, or feasibly for a one-day workshop. I know everyone could hop a plane potentially, but that's not realistic. Stay tuned because I will try and see if I can't put something together. So, okay. I think that's everything. I hope you all have a lovely April day and, yeah, start planning to spend a good portion of your Saturday morning on April 29th shopping for yarn. Just kidding. Okay, everyone. I'll see you all next week. Bye.